Daisy will look into a scenario in which Paraguay forms an empire. And the first thing they do is declare war on Bolivia to give revenge for when they decide to attack them a few times. Well, it's not as bad as the time they lost. But Paraguay has decided it's their time to seek revenge on all their neighbors. Okay, I guess Paraguay is like Poland if they made an empire. With an attack here in this region, 2 attacks breaking out. With Paraguay managing to get the support of a nation that's really strong and spends a lot of money on different nations than themselves. Okay, fine, it's the US. Decides to give them money. Because I guess the US doesn't like Bolivia? Who knows? And Chile is just bored, so they join in on the fun, saying, yeah, I'll make it even harder for if they ever want to take my coastline back. And they launch a spearhead meeting up with the strong Paraguayan forces. Because the Paraguayan forces have broke Bolivian front line, along with the help of Chile. And so they launch the attack on Sucre. I think that's where it is. Then they go attack La Paz, because I think that's where that is. With Chilean forces linking up with this. And this full section crumbles, and so on to the rest of Bolivia crumbles. Attack on Bolivia at this point. They decide, along with their new ally, Chile, to invade Argentina, and Argentina will never have the Falklands again. Despite it being rightful Argentinian territory. No, it's rightful British territory. But it seems to be Argentinian territory. Just saying, look. I'm sure if I can see, that looks like it's part of Argentina. But anyways. Maybe they can split it in half, be like Denmark. Canada. With Bolivia making a mass attack in the northern Argentina. Striving for revenge. With Chile sending forces here, and they probably freeze to death. But anyways. They started an attack in the south of Argentina, and now they're launching an attack in the center. With Paraguay opening as much of a front as they can. And well, they're starting to head towards the water. With a link up between Chilean and Paraguayan forces and a push into the capital, taking the capital city, Argentina resists for a few more months. Like just a few more months. And at the end it's like this, so Argentina surrenders. Let's see how the treaty goes. Argentinian puppet and the freedom of Patagonia from Argentina. And the war in Ecuador, which leads to Brazil entering the war, which is very dangerous. But Brazil isn't ready right away, let's say. They start the offensive into Uruguay, which goes really well. I guess Paraguay manages to get to here. And well, it goes well for them. Although Brazil decides to re-liberate Bolivia. Why would they do this? Because there's very low defense forces from the countries in here, which leads them easy access to northern Paraguay. But Paraguay manages to kick them out of here. And then it becomes a Bolivian puppet trying to push them out, which goes as well as you could expect. With Brazil making a minor take-back of territories in Uruguay. But Paraguay comes up with a new offensive idea, so they're going to encircle this region, so they start an offensive here. With Brazil losing ground day after day in this front. They're trying to hold that front so they can't get further. With creating a defensive front line. With them going behind the forces are going to have to be taken out of this region, leading to pushbacks. With a close encirclement in the south, although there is the Navy. With an encirclement, with them managing to get to the sea and encircle it with very little escapes and high casualties. And they launch another one to get to Brasilia, which I think is about here. With the capital being encircled, and eventually it falls. But the president managed to escape to Sao Paulo or as they attack Sao Paulo. That may be, no, that's not Sao Paulo. That's where Rio is. But anyways, let's say they escape Sao Paulo to the north. I should probably look where these cities are, not just say random spots. That's kind of funny. With this area of encirclement having collapsed, and Brazil still has that area occupied, but with two forces, basically. So Bolivia pushes them out. And the people of Brazil, seeing that this war isn't going to end well, they overthrow the government and create the Brazilian Republic. Even though I think it is a republic. But anyways. And now for the peace treaty. Very strong, although not the largest. It has two puppets, has the Chilean ally, and I would say Patagonia leans towards them due to them giving them independence. And the Brazil people who overthrew Brazil probably doesn't like them, but does it ever? If you destroy a nation, it gets overthrown. The new government isn't going to instantly like the government. If Putin disappeared and some different guy was in, probably wouldn't be pro-Western. And that's pretty much all for today's video. Please like, subscribe, and comment. Wild Mapper out, and unsubscribe. Bye, guys!